Yo, what up, YouTube? This is Ghost K9MC757. I'm back again. You know, it's another Ruger box. Don't have no clue what's in it, but it's straight from the custom shop. So let's find out what we're dealing with. Oh, it's the Ruger KP345. All right. Well, what is there to say? If you saw my previous video, you saw my SR9C. We have here the red two-toned out KP345. What is there to say about it that I did a good job on it? Like, it's a banger. Like, let's check it. There's nothing in it at all. No clip, no round, and nothing. All right. Basically, I'm gonna talk about the KP345 today. I'm a fan of this gun. Um, gets kind of heavy in your hand, but it's still a good gun. As you can see, I got tired of the whole stainless deal again, y'all. I had to do it. And it might look pink in the light, but if I get a little bit closer, she's red. She's not pink. I don't know nobody saying she pink, but she's red. Basically, I masked off everything the best way I could. I got it the way I wanted it. Um, Came out pretty good, pretty good. A couple trials and errors on this gun. If you're thinking about painting yours, do yourself a favor. Let it dry completely. Do not hit it with your normal gun cleaning solvent, because you might get a smudge there or an over smudge there or something else. Because one thing I did screw up on was right here inside the grooves. You know, you see how we got them red, 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 and then that one kind of hard to get into that one, so I kind of left that one alone. But at the same time, she did come out pretty good. Everything still works. Um, no jamming, no nothing. Did bust some rounds good, and it did heat up quite nice. Like I said in my previous video, you want to use a high temp paint if you want to do it yourself. I know a lot of people are out there, doing Duracoats and all that other stuff. I mean, that's basically the same thing. But if you're doing a slide, you're gonna need something, especially if you want to still keep it as a usable and workable gun. I did do the magazines because I didn't paint the magazines out, and as you can see right here, it's not a very good idea. I'm gonna hit it with solder probably later on the day. The magazine still has to go in the magazine well. I did paint them all, and I love how it came out, basically. But at the same time, we all gotta sit there and think: is it worth or is it not worth it? Well, it's worth it to me. I wanted something to go to a different company than one else. So I'm tired of seeing people do Glocks. I'm tired of seeing the whole Glock fiasco. Everybody's got to paint a Glock. Everybody's got to do a coat of Glock. No one was, do a coat Rugers, and I was like, well, hey, I I would like to see it. So, I sat there, I masked off the whole thing, and like I said, everything is still in working order. Didn't have a problem with it. I do carry two types of rounds at the same time. Rounds are getting kind of expensive out there. If you're a true avid gun shooter, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's carrying their hollow point red tips. I love these, even though they're kind of illegal here, but at the same time, they still sell them, so I still buy them. And I also carry these little monsters right here, and I do carry a hollow point in the chamber. So there's the hollow point in the chamber. And then I also carry these. They're by Winchester. They're the XJX or SJX or something by Winchester. They're the little flat tips. They're practice rounds. They're 225 grain, which these things are bangers. Like, oh my God, your ears will ring even with, your muffs on. But at the same time, it's still pretty good. And, I carry four, it's 8-round magazines. I carry four, and then at the end, I carry the rest of my hollow points because I feel like if I haven't hit you with the first red tip, you got a problem. But at the same time, I don't want to be blowing hollow points when I don't need to. And the 9, like I said, my SR9 is just my secondary back up. Let's get back into the gun a little bit. I'm hearing rumors out there, Ruger's discontinuing the P series. I like the P series, the P95. I have a P95 too. That was basically my first pistol. It was pretty decent G pistol too. I picked this up at Bass Pro Shop, even though I wish it didn't, because at the same time I paid more for a gun that's been sitting somewhere for about 3 years. Because you go into when this gun was fired, this is 2011, boss, and this gun's only like 3 months old, and this was test fired back in '09. So it's been in Bass Pro Shop a minute, and at the same time, I didn't get no refund or discount on it, but the brand new gun's a brand new gun. But at the same time, I put rounds through it. It just feels kind of funny in your hand sometimes. It gets a little rocky deal going. I haven't really done anything else. I did do something very bold. They really didn't make night sights for this, so I took glow in the dark paint and dotted them out just like the SR9 front to back. The SR9C. It came out pretty good. Everything got painted, slide release, everything, the safeties, everything got painted. And everybody's like, why didn't you polish it? And, I'm getting, good comments about it, and everybody's wondering how they could do theirs, but just take your time. That's all I have to say. Mask it off. Make sure you don't get anything in the barrel. You don't get anything inside the body. Like you can see, there's nothing inside the body. I actually got it pretty down pat to mask off. It's a good gun. It's a very monster. And Ruger came out with the SR 1911, and it's $800. That's a lot. That's a lot. 1911s aren't cheap to begin with, but come on, Ruger, 800. And then at the same time, this is Ruger's last 45. This is the only 45 that made sense for Ruger. I've seen it in gun shows. I've seen it at the range. I'm hearing different things, and people like them, people don't like them. I love this gun. I do. Because I think, 45, you're supposed to, if you're carrying a 45, it's supposed to be a banger. But at the same time, I love it. Everything about it. This is what it is. But at the same time, just if you're out there looking for a 45, don't just buy the first Kimber or Colt or Springfield or Smith and Wesson or Taurus or all these other millions of brands out there. I do love Taurus too. I am picking up a 1911 and a Taurus. But I am a fan of Ruger, so I'm waiting to see what actually gonna happen with their 1911 before I sit there and pay $800 for it. When I can get the same gun for like $549 or $599. So let's wait and see what happens with that. Check out my up and coming YouTube videos. We're doing the DPMS Lapul 110 Lapul. Check that one out when that one comes out. When I get the rifle, I'm also gonna do one of my Ferret and a couple other guns. My wife is a revolver freak and the baby 9, so she's got hers, but she ain't gonna make no video. Anyway, this is Ghost K9MC 757. Appreciate you looking out. Full custom. Did it again, y'all. I think I'm gonna do them all on some crazy color. Next one might be green. I'm part Italian, so red, white, and blue for America, or red, white, and green for the Italian Guidos out there. But appreciate it. Love y'all, dudes.